Hello, faculty and friends. Welcome to day three of the Generative AI and Agentic AI workshop. So we will start in a couple of minutes. We're just hoping that others will also join. So we've got very less attendance today. So if you've got friends who have not joined, if you've got colleagues who have not joined, kindly call and tell them to join. Okay. As we're waiting for other participants, I just wanted to take a quick check, vote on whether any of you have any queries on what we have learned in the past 2 days. Anyone has any questions, queries, doubts? So, this is the topic for today. Basically, we're going to look at agents, like using AI and agentic AI. Okay. So, the whole point of today's session is how can we make all these different agents work for us? That is, we want to automate our task basically using Gen AI. Okay. So, since we are waiting for others, I would request some of you to tell me what do you think? How can you automate using Gen AI? Anyone here? You can either use the mic or you can actually put your opinions on chat. Anyone has any idea about what is automation using Gen AI? Any one of you? Yes, no. So you can even say no idea, or I know that this is happening. I'm sure as professors, you probably would have seen a lot of YouTube videos talking about automation, right? And automation is not new. We've actually used robotics. Many things have been automated, right? Anyone wants to contribute? Okay. So let's do some visual thinking. If you remember on day one when we started, right? We actually were discussing some I wish moments, right? So we were talking about these tasks which actually are a big frustration elements, given the sheer fact that it has to be done repeatedly every day, but it needs to be done. For example, marking your attendance or other things like taking attendance for your students or basically grading them or repeatedly looking at emails, sending minutes, sending notes, right? So let me add to this. So if I wish I can automate something, what will I automate? It would be these repetitive moments, isn't it? Would you agree or not? Okay, Leena Gupta is basically asking about what does faculty use mean. So basically, we are trying to tailor the session for use of educators. So here I basically mean university and course faculty or educators. Okay. All right. So going ahead. So maybe, I can think about some of my wishes. So if there was a genie, here we are actually calling this genie as Gen AI. Why? Because it possibly has a brain. It possibly has a way in which, because there is technology, and it probably can help me in automating tasks which I find repetitive or boring, right? So rather than using this Gen AI for doing, meaningful work, we can definitely put it to use to automate some of our mundane, repetitive jobs, right? So maybe I can make, if I can wish something for Gen AI to do automation, I wish I can mark my attendance, right? Every time before portal crashes. Or maybe I want to track every time a student says that I will submit it tomorrow since the start of the session here. Maybe I want it to draft my email status report and write a body which is very engaging and it sounds like I love doing paperwork to my bosses. Or I can even want it to attend my daily meetings, departmental meetings, and send only the action points to me. Okay. So these could be some of my I wish moments. So do you guys want to add to this? Do you guys have any other addition to it, like in terms of wishes, which you probably want to automate using Gen AI? Any of you? It can be anything, right? Yeah. So please, guys, go on, participate. So today's session is going to be a lot of theory, hence it will really help if you can participate because we are going to do certain workflows, we are going to learn some theory, and we are going to assimilate some concepts like agents, right? So are there anyone else here who wants to add to this wish list? Anything that you would love to do, guys? So is there anyone else who wants to do something more? Yeah. Yeah, Rika Balakrishna. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, Rika Balakrishna. Yes, go ahead. Please use your mic or put it on chat. Yeah, Reka, I think your mic is now unmuted. You can speak up. Yeah, Reka, go ahead. Reka, do you want to add to these tasks? Okay, anyone else who wants to contribute, who have any wishes? I think on day one, some of you were speaking about how you have to send status reports. I have included that. Marking attendances, sending emails, sending updates, taking attendance of students. What else? Is there anything else that you want to automate, guys? Yeah, anyone else? Anyone else? No? Okay. So you can see that basically we are looking at, you know, uh, automating these kind of things again and again and again, right? Okay. So this is where we think that Gen AI can help us. Now let's look at some of these Gen AI products. I'm going to put up some products. You can basically tell me what kind of product is it in terms of how does it work or help you. Okay. So you have a Chat GPT, guys. What does Chat GPT help you with? What is Chat GPT, guys? What if you have to define this product in one line, right? What will you say? What does Chat GPT do? Anyone here? I think for the past 2 days, especially yesterday, we've only spoken about Chat GPT, right? So if you had to define Chat GPT in a single line, what would it be? It's an LLM, yes. So LLM, you're basically talking about what is powering Chat GPT, isn't it? But how do you see Chat GPT in your daily life? Would you call it an app? Would you call it like a chatbot? Would you call it an assistant? What do you think? How does it work for you? Suppose you see your 5-year-old opening Chat GPT. What do you think the 5-year-old would see? Yeah, guys. Any ideas? What is it? You can use Google, you can use Chat GPT and ask, who are you? Just a second, huh? Yes, Murali Krishna, tell me, what were you saying? Yeah, I think Murali Krishna wanted to say. Yeah, go ahead. You were saying something, Murali Krishna. Okay. Yeah, Kishan Kumar, go ahead.
It's advanced AI.
It's an advanced AI. Okay. Okay, yeah. Everyone is correct when you say that it is a LLM. You're
Mm.
also correct when you are saying it's an advanced AI, right? But how are you using it? So, for example, when you have a Chat GPT, right? What is the role or how does it work for you? OpenAI is the company, Shruti, you're right. So it is an advanced AI, right? AI means artificial intelligence, correct? So,
Yes.
right. So, for example, so you are using it as what?
It's using in research work.
Research work, correct? So you go and feed questions into it and then it answers, right? So isn't
Okay.
it a kind of a chat bot app, right?
Yes.
Yes, correct, everyone?
Yes.
So
Yes.
the Chat GPT as such is actually a chat bot app which has got a brain or which is powered by your LLM, right? So
Mm.
what does this LLM does? It basically generates words or predicts things, right? And it is trained based on world data. Would that be
Yeah.
a correct description, guys? Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
right? Okay. What is
It
this?
is
This is
actually solution. It
Copilot.
is a solution of all questions, answers like that.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Okay, now look at this. This is a Copilot.
Mm.
Do you think Copilot is same as ChatGPT or is it different?
It's a different, ma'am.
Okay, how is it different?
I don't know, but it's a different.
Okay, so anyone can say. So Copilot also is powered by ChatGPT, but okay, when you use a PowerPoint, correct? So here you can see I have a PowerPoint here.
Mm.
Can I have a Copilot to help me draft slides? Does it help? Does it work inside the system? Yes or no? So if you open, let's say, Excel, okay?
Mm.
So you will see Copilot is there on the side, correct? It
Mm.
will assist you, correct? So a Copilot is like a AI assistant, isn't it? Which helps you perform certain tasks better. So inside Excel, it helps you in creating macros or pivot tables or creating worksheets, right? Anyone who disagrees, you can definitely share your opinion. It is also going to be a chat. It also has a chatbot kind of interaction. So you can definitely use it like a chat GPT, ask it questions, correct? Agree, everyone? Yeah. Professor Kishan Kumar, you want to add to this?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Anything else you
Uh,
want to add to this? Yeah.
it's pro productivity co-pilot.
Yes,
Microsoft
yes, correct. It's a
ecosystem.
productivity kind of thing. Correct. Very good. Yes.
Microsoft ecosystem.
Yes.
Mm,
So it's
the
not
ChatGPT.
Microsoft ecosystem. Basically, you can also run it in different operating systems.
But
But if you are
ChatGPT,
using the products of Microsoft, you will see that Copilot has now become like a driver that can enhance your productivity, like you are saying. Correct?
ChatGPT is better, I think, go from the co-pilot.
Actually, ChatGPT is so Microsoft has signed up with ChatGPT. Okay.
Mm.
So
Mm.
ChatGPT is only powering Copilot. They are not different.
Uh,
And
that means, madam, if it is
yeah.
comparison, which is better one?
So absolutely depends on. So if you are, see, if you already have a subscription to Microsoft 365, right?
Yes.
Copilot
Mm.
comes free with it.
Mm.
And you will find that it is available in all the new apps in terms of whether you're doing an email composition or it is powered by ChatGPT only. So it's they are
Mm.
not different actually. If you
Mm.
go to the net and you check, you will see that Copilot is ChatGPT only.
Then
Okay.
better you go to the ChatGPT subscription. No? Why should go to
But
co-pilot?
you're already having, you're paid for something, it's coming
Yeah.
free, right?
Okay, okay, it's some free. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you can always pay, that's fine. But if you look at it, it is actually like an avatar. So you have
Uh,
na like Ram is an avatar of Vishnu. Similarly,
uh,
Copilot is an avatar of ChatGPT only.
okay. Another thing, another question is that
Yeah.
uh, co-pilot is better than the ChatGPT for research work. Which is better for research work?
Okay, so when you are looking at research, you are looking for totally depends on what you want to do, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yesterday also we have discussed that if you are
Yes, yes.
generating ideas, both should be the same only. Okay.
Okay.
If you are looking at research articles and all, you
Hmm.
actually have different types of you have like reserve and all, which is
Hmm.
you have systems where people are publishing, okay,
Hmm.
and you can
Hmm.
get an access using
Hmm.
API keys to the researchers which are getting published every day or
Hmm.
every
Yes.
month, okay.
Yes. Hmm.
So if you are looking for reviewing researchers, peer-to-peer
Yes.
review,
Hmm.
both of them can basically be one of an agent. Basically, ChatGPT is the agent. You will not find
Hmm.
Copilot having any brain of its own because it is powered by ChatGPT, okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
can create your own agent where you will basically fetch certain review articles, and you can review it automatically. Okay.
Yes, 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 yes.
So what I'm trying to say is they are both powered by the same system only. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now what is this? Anyone identifies this? This is Apple Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you think this is also an AI product, guys?
Yes, yes.
Anyone else wants to contribute? Yeah. Okay. Mahalakshmi is saying that ChatGPT will be more useful for research. So yesterday, Mahalakshmi, we have discussed that there are always going to be legal ramifications, and there is always going to be a threat of ideas getting stolen if you use only ChatGPT. So it's very, very important that you keep, these platforms from discovering or uncovering your complete research. Okay, yeah. Professor Kishan Kumar, yes, tell me. So we have got now Siri here. You can also think about, Alexa or Google Office Assistant. So what kind of product is this, guys? Okay, it's a voice assistant, correct? So if you recently look at uh, all the iPhones, or you look at Google Android systems, there's a lot of talk about AI assistants, right? Correct? So to a certain level, these are voice assistants, correct? But they are also using AI. Am I making sense? So in what way we can say it's an assistant? So you don't need to actually go and click or search, correct? You can basically ask your Siri or your Google Assistant to do certain things. It will do it. So these are also an AI product. So this does not have a text input, it has a voice input. Okay, so you will find that it does not do everything automatically. It will definitely take you to another platform or to another browser where it will enable you to get information. Okay. Yes, even in Google, you're right. So this is Siri. So you also have, right, if you go to a Reliance website to pay your bills, or a Tata website, or to banking websites, okay, you go to your SBI, your HDFC, your ICICI, you will see all of them are having those chatbots, correct? Yes or no? So what is a chatbot, guys? How does it help? Any idea? It's the same thing, correct? The only difference is that it's going to be very, very narrow. If you are going to ask it some query, for example, you want to know how you can pay your bill, or you want to understand that what is your what are the different kind of loans that you are eligible for, you can actually use a chat GPT, correct? Sorry, you can use a chat bot. So these chatbots also, to a large level nowadays, are linked to ChatGPT. So what that means is, uh, it is linked to a LLM type of system. It's not powered by ChatGPT, may or may not be. Only difference is it can actually look at your own profile. Okay. So nowadays there are many apps like this which are enabling you in terms of investment, personal finance, or even in stock market. So you have these apps which basically look at your portfolio, and it will say whether you're making money or not making money, how you can improve, and things like that. Okay. So these are all examples of some kind of assistance, AI based assistance. Okay. So what is the one thing that is common about this, guys? If you look at all of these, right? So chat GPT, you can see, is some place where you put queries, it is going to give you different options. Copilot basically sits inside an Excel or a PowerPoint and helps you, right?
All are coming under AI.
Sorry?
All the things, four things are coming under AI only.
Correct. But how do you see the usage? What is
Hmm.
your role in the usage of each of this?
Yes. It's a virtual, I think so.
Yes, you're right. Everything is virtual only. But what
Hmm.
is your role? So you can see that none of these actually completes any task, right? If you ask for information, it just gives you information. That's it. Now
Hmm.
it is your job to take it up and do something about it, correct? Am I making sense, everyone? It is not something that happens automatically. Yes. So not only in your prompting, suppose you prompt ChatGPT also, it gives you an answer. That's it, right? Its task is done. Now it is up to you, correct? You can either look at it, read it, or you can copy paste, or you can post it somewhere, or you can ask further questions. Correct? So these are all assistants. So your initiative is more important. They just do the very restricted or rudimentary things. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Now look at this RPA bots. Have you seen these bots, correct, guys? You probably have it in your labs. You probably have your robotics departments, and they work towards automating certain tasks. Even if you go to manufacturing, like if you go to a car or an automobile factory, you will find that many of the manufacturing tasks are automated. So you will have invoice based automation. So it's possible that you have parts, and depending on the availability of parts, automatically you will find that it is going to order the next set of parts, right? So these are called as robotic process automation bots. So how do you think these work, guys? Is this the same as these chat GPT, or is it different? These RPA bots, are they same or are they different?
Different functions, but same.
Okay, so in what way are they different? Can you
They
tell
have
me
different.
where do you think it is different? Yeah,
They have different functions, ma'am.
that's okay, but there is something else also which is different, right?
Hmm. Okay. Please
With
explain.
respect to your role, are they different
Hmm.
or are they the same? They don't need to think. Okay, that's very good. So
Hmm.
Mahalakshmi has said something. These are rule based. So
Hmm.
if you look at an RPA bot, right? Robotic
Hmm.
process automation, these are rule based.
Rule based. Okay.
Whether they have a brain or not, the main thing is it is rule based. Okay. What else? What else is different between, let's say, a chat GPT and an RPA bot? We can generate user defined. Okay. What can you generate user defined? So do you think the role of the user is more or less in an RPA bot? Is it more or is it less? What do you feel? As per the need of the user, more. Actually, if you look at an RPA bot, there is not much of a need for human intervention, right? It is automated. So suppose you have a ERP system, okay? It
Hmm.
is linked to, let's say, a chat GPT. I have converted this into a bot. So what will happen, depending on the availability of parts from the ERP system, it
Hmm.
automatically will place an order.
Hmm.
Where is the need for a user in between at all? So I can basically program this in such a way that this automatically happens and smoothly happens, isn't it? Am I making sense? Everyone? Correct. So Lena is saying that it does not interact directly with users, it executes pre-programs. Exactly. Yes. So there is no need for any user to have any kind of interaction. The system will go on and on, isn't it? Am I making sense, everyone? Yes? Is it now clear how this is different? So there are a set of rules for these bots based on which it works. Okay. ChatGPT works continuously until our result is generated by continuous prompts. Okay. Rekha is saying that we can generate user defined as per the need of the user. More programming should be clear with all possibilities. Yes, very correct. So you can have a robotic automation process only when there are clearly defined SOPs. What are SOPs? Standard operating processes. Okay, so for example, let's say you are running a physics lab. You are you have bought a new kind of device. Okay, you can automate certain optical devices for, let's say, astronomy or something like that. Then you will definitely use that particular robo, isn't it? So it is going to replace many of the manual tasks, but then you can use it only when you are very sure about what is the operating procedure. So A should happen first, B will come next, C will happen third. So like that, you should be able to have a very standard operating processes. Only then you can use these bots. That's very correct. Yes. So guys, this is very nice. So participate even more also. Similarly, I think most of you in the education industry probably have used this Proctor track, right? What is this Proctor track, guys? So when you have these online examinations, you will find that they use this particular tool called as Proctor track. So it basically ensures that the exam taker, that is the student who's taking the exam, is not cheating. Okay. And it will then time also, and it will, so whether the student has finished the exam on time or not, if the time is cut off, automatically this proctor track will end the examination and whatever is completed will be submitted. So you can see that it is doing a number of things. So is this similar to a chatbot, or is it similar to a chat GPT, or do you think it is similar to an RPA bot? What do you think? Is a proctor track similar to an RPA, a robotic process automation, or is it similar to a chat GPT? Where is it nearer? Any idea? Yeah, it all works real time. Some of these are actual products that are used in education. So do you think a proctor track is like an RPA bot, or do you think it is like a chat GPT? That is the question. Anyone? So you can basically say anything. There is nothing right or wrong about here. Do you think a proctor track act like a RPA bot, or do you think it acts like a chat GPT? Yes. Okay, Rekha is saying that it's working like an RPA bot. Very right. Correct. So a proctor track is like an RPA bot. Why? Because it basically has established a set of rules. It is a programmatically driven module. You have to install this module in a device, and then you activate it every time someone is taking an exam. It is basically used in your GRE, GATE, and all these online examinations. So even in many universities, the entrance examination, they use proctor track. Okay, clear? Okay. So you also have a few other apps like Khan Migo. I think you probably would have gone through some of these LMS tools, right? Learning management systems. So have you, any one of you, gone through any of these LMS tools? Can you voice how you think? Okay. So Mahalakshmi is saying that this is a combination of both of them. Okay. So in a Khan Migo, what happens is you can basically a student is going to take a course, okay, and they are going to submit answers to questions, or let's say they take a quiz. So the Khan Migo not only is going to evaluate all the answers, it will also teach the students what they have done wrong, why the answer is wrong. So it's particularly used in maths and science kind of courses. So Khan Migo works very, very well. So it gives you a step-by-step answering. Hence, it helps the student to develop what is right and what is wrong and how they can improve their performance. Okay. Khan Education, as you are saying, Khan.org is a free education platform. Khan Migo is basically an LMS portal. So it's a learning management system. Okay. So you can integrate it in your learning management system. Okay. So once you do that, so maybe I'll just show it to you how it works. Okay. So I'm not trying to promote it. Okay. I'm just trying to show you what is the difference so that you will tell me what it is. Okay. So you can see my screen, everyone. So you can see I have also opened this for the first time. Khan Migo is your always available homework helper. Can you see this? So it can be used for teachers, for districts, for writing. Correct? So let's look at learners. So you can see that, it is basically a system where you can have a chat with them also. Okay. It is also going to give you education. So you can prep for test. So it is going to automatically prepare. So this is similar to what we did yesterday. Na? So we had in chat GPT itself, you basically have your learn, correct? So if you go to chat GPT, I can actually go here. You can see there's a study and learn thing, right? So you can ask, help me explain a topic to me. So now you can say that I am learning about differential calculus. Okay. Explain this. Okay. So you can see like, so Khan Migo is a similar kind of system. Making sense, everyone? Yeah? Hello? Okay, so is this like an RPA? So yeah, Rekha has actually gone to the next question. What is it? Is it similar to a chat GPT or is it similar to a is a Khan Migo similar to an RPA or is it similar to, let's say, a chat GPT? Yeah, Shruti is saying both. So to a certain level, I think Shruti has correctly identified. Khan Migo is actually not just a chat GPT, it is not an RPA bot either. You will find that Khan Migo actually does not have rules. It has a goal, isn't it? If you go to this Khan Migo, what does it do? It has a goal. What is the goal? The goal is that the learner who is on the other side should be able to get a 80% or a 90% in the assessments. So it is going to explain concepts till you get it right. So it is goal based. It is not rule based. Am I making sense? So it probably can teach you slower or faster depending on how much you're scoring in the test. So although it is actually has a set of processes or a procedures and it is going to do it, it is not going to be strictly bound by rules. It can go fast or slow depending on the learner. So, for example, if you are looking at these examinations, right, you will find that if you are getting most of the options correct, your test might become more difficult progressively. If you are getting most of the answers as wrong, you will find that the exam will become easier progressively, right? So things like that Khan Migo can do. Okay. Similarly, there is a app from Google called as Socratic. Okay. So Socratic basically does the same thing. It is available in your mobile. Okay. And both of this you can actually integrate in your LMS. So while a Khan Migo is basically going to teach you scientific stuff, you'll find that Socrates is going to help you learn skill sets. So you can possibly learn maths also using Socratic. You can definitely, you can basically do certain creative pieces and learn science. So things like that. Okay. Am I making sense, everyone? So now we are introducing the concept of how they are actually different. Okay. So these are all assistants, correct? Your chat GPT, your copilot, your Siri, your chatbot. Now your RPA bot, your Proctor track, these are all AI agents. Okay, so they are rule based. They will basically do one particular task, okay, and then it will return to you. So unlike a chat GPT where the end is not there, you give it an input, it will give you, it will do something, it will give you an output. That's it. An AI agent, actually, if there are a set of rules, there are a set of standard operating processes, and you can automate it. You can see that it might have 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. Okay. Then you have an agentic AI. So what is the agentic AI? Here the goal is set. Okay. And basically, you might have one agent or two agents or three agents. So you can basically take a proctor track. You can also have a chat GPT learn. Okay. I can also have a co-pilot and I put it in my LMS system. Okay. That becomes an agentic AI. Am I making sense, everyone? Is the difference between an AI agent and an agentic AI clear? Am I making sense? Okay, so let's understand this in an easier way. So I'm going to give you an analogy so that you understand. So everyone knows Excel, correct? So in Excel, you will find that there are different menus. You do selections and you do something, correct? So that is like an AI assistant. So these tools are given to you. You should know how to use it. So I can do coloring of different rows based on the value inside the cell, or I can create a pivot table, right? So that menu is available to me. I have to go and do the selection. This is similar to an AI assistant. Okay. So you should know how to use it. You should know the formulas. You should know the commands. So that is how an AI assistant. So for example, if I'm using chat GPT, I'm learning how to learn differential equation. Like I just started a conversation. It is up to me. I can just, like I have just done, write one line and leave it. I am not going to learn, correct? I have to basically keep on prompting, keep on probing so that I learn, isn't it? So this AI assistant is literally that it will assist you. That's all. So it will just give you some help. In contrast, okay, suppose you know macros. So what does it mean? I can basically record a few tasks. So for example, I can put some formulas. I can do some kind of formatting. I want to do this repeatedly. I record a macro. So that is like an AI agent. So it does a fixed number of things repeatedly. So why we are calling it as an AI agent? Definitely it is powered by artificial intelligence. Okay. So rather than telling the robot, a robo take 5 steps, I will say that keep walking till you hit the obstruction, right? So the AI or there needs to be some brain so that it will keep on walking because it needs to know what is an obstruction, correct? So that's where an AI agent works. It's like recording and playing a macro again and again and again. Is the analogy clear? How a AI agent is like a macro in Excel? Is it clear? Okay. Now look at an agentic AI. What is the agentic AI? This is like coding using VBA. So most of you probably use VBA coding in Excel. So what happens? You can automate a complete analysis, data analysis, or you can automate a complete presentation using VBA code, right? So this is not just one macro. This is a VBA code is like creating multiple macros. Suppose there is a folder, I get some data file, I put it inside, automatically I can generate output, presentation, slides, everything just using a VBA code. So the difference between the AI agent and an agentic AI is an agentic AI has multiple AI agents. Is it clear, everyone? Is the difference between an AI assistant, an AI agent, and an agentic AI clear? Anyone having any question or query? So all agentic AIs are agents only, multiple agents. Okay. AI agent is one, agentic AI is like a community or a communion of AI agents. Am I clear? So AI basically means artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence basically means that we are using deep learning to power these up. Okay, there is always a brain to all these systems that's provided by the neural networks. Clear? Okay, very good. So let's do a use case. So this is going to be an exercise. So all of you should participate. So I think in the first class, when we were discussing, some of you said that, I had to grade homework. Then I also have to check whether this is original work or not. Then I have to basically update the grades, right? And provide them. So this is, you can see there is 1, 2, 3 different tasks, isn't it? So if you are able to provide a solution to this, okay, will it be an AI assistant? Will it be an AI agent or will it be an agentic AI? If I provide a system by which I automate all of this, it happens automatically. Will it be, which of the systems I will be creating? Agentic AI. Very good. Yes. Very good. Yes. So it's an agentic AI. Okay. So if I'm going to use a bot for grading homework submissions, which does its job, and then I apply then another bot for checking plagiarism, then I apply another bot for upgrading the grades, maybe in Excel. I'm using 3 different AI agents. Correct? Is it right or wrong what I'm saying? Yes? Okay? Clear? So this agentic AI basically has to have at least 3. I'm saying it might be more also. Why? Because first is I need to upload all the homework submissions, correct? So I might use a AI agent for that also. Then I will put it in chat GPT or, and I grade it or I read it. So totally depends on that. Clear, everyone? Suppose instead of doing anything automatically, you yourself are taking 3 different apps. Okay. I take a chat GPT, I grade it, I put this homework, upload it, it gives me a grade. Then I go to another tool where I'm checking whether this is original work or is it plagiarism. So I do a AI plagiarism. I go there, I upload the file again. It gives me another score. Then I basically do some kind of compound calculation in a workbook based on these scores which I enter. it gives me the grade. Then I basically enter it in LMS. You can see that if I am going to do all of this manually, then I am taking the help of 3 AI assistants. Okay? Am I making sense, everyone? So let's look at each of this. This is one of the most important things that you have to learn. While if you have to do agentic AI, I basically need to know what are the different repetitive tasks which are there in this particular module. Which of this can be automated? Is it repetitive? Is this important? So these are some of the questions that we have to answer. Clear, everyone? Making sense? So if I have to use AI assistance, then what I will do, you can see this. The role of the assistant is to help me, that's all. So I cannot, not one app can help me, 3 different apps are helping. So you can see here, I'm going to use a Grammarly EDU. Okay, you can see this. So Grammarly EDU is there. So it is basically going to give me corrections, plagiarisms. Okay, so I upload it. So it's going to give me, I can upload homework into a Turnitin feedback studio. So here I can also find out whether this was copied from other student. So plagiarism not only from online, it can also happen because 2 students are copying or 3 students are copying. Now that also I can find. So for that I will use another app called Turnit Feedback Studio. Then I can put it in, I can use a Microsoft Copilot inside the class notebook, which is there. I think there is an app called class, right? In Android and all. So I can run Microsoft Copilot inside there. So automatically it is going to summarize and it will give you feedback. So I can do that. So, but you can see that the teacher needs to basically do these things repeatedly. If there are 50 students in the class, you will have to do that. So I have to do this 150 tasks. Yeah, the uploaded file could be in PDF or it could be in document, Word file. Yeah. Am I making sense, everyone? So this is, so you can see that although AI is helping me, my role becomes very important. I will be spending a lot of time and I will actually be doing a much worse job because my job will only be to upload this into this platform, put the results, upload it to the next platform, put the results down. Then I put it in the third platform. I do some kind of formula. I have to update the formula, then it will give me the result. So there's a lot of manual work which I still have to keep doing. No, it will not be an image file. It will either be a PDF file or a Word file. Okay, clear? Making sense? Okay. Suppose I want to do it via AI agent. So then what will happen? So I have to automate certain tasks with certain rules. Okay, what will be the rule? First is I will run the Proctor track agent. Okay, so maybe I will make the student update the submission and upload it. So it is going to monitor the submissions. Okay, so there could be certain rules like it should be in this format, or this should be the word count, or it should be submitted by this time. So all of that. So I can use a Proctor track. So there are rules to it. Once this is done, okay, then the LMS will go and activate grading. So it will automatically grade these assignments and it will update it in the LMS gradebook. Then the LMS basically sees the grade. It automatically, based on that, it is going to trigger a Turnitin, which is integrated in the LMS. So what happens now? Automatically, it is going to say that this content is having 50% copying, okay, from the internet, 30% is copying among people, other submissions. So it will give you what are the different sources of plagiarism and what percentage this text is having it. So you can see that now what happens, there are 3 different agents. Okay. It is going to be integrated with LMS. So LMS is going to trigger it. Is the idea of AI agent clear now? Okay. Now let's look at an agentic AI. So what is the agentic AI? So I can basically take all these different tools, okay, and I can actually create one particular app where once you do the submission, it automatically grades and gives you the output. So what is the goal? The goal is to basically grade, give me feedback, give me corrections, and also tell me what steps I should take so that I can get better scores. Suppose if that is the goal, right? Now what I will do, I will create a agentic AI, right? So this agentic AI is going to have different AI agents automatically. Okay. I can build it in the LMS. I can build it in my mobile. I can build it as an app. Okay. Or I can build it as inside Google email also. It totally depends on me. Okay. So what are the things I am going to build? Automatically to collect homework submissions. Then I will basically use some kind of chat GPT or some other app to rewrite sections which are not correct. I will update the grades based on my feedback. Then I can basically give this feedback and grade book. And using CanMigo, I can basically trigger a module which will automatically notify the student to come, learn their grades, and also learn what are the mistakes they have done and how to correct it. So I can do that kind of, I can immediately trigger my CanMigo, right? It's one of the agent that I am basically built in my agentic AI. Then let's say, so the CanMigo is telling me the corrections, but suppose I want the student to train in similar word problems or similar issues. I can also have a Socratic app. I will trigger that. It will notify. It will then tell me what are the issues, how I can, what are the other problems which are similar, how, and it will basically rate me. So you can see this is how we will go from this step to this step. Okay. So please understand, it is very, very difficult for someone to just create an agentic AI if you do not know what are the different steps that you should manually do. Okay, clear? How to do actually by uploading files? Need to see. Okay. So we can define it, guys. Okay, clear? So for example, if you are using an Acrobat reader, right? Manually, you are using a PDF reader, right? An Adobe Acrobat reader. So what you are doing? You are doing an AI assistant job. Okay, clear? Suppose I only have the reader. I can do signature and this and that. Okay. But suppose you are opening a documentation in a website. So today you will find that in websites itself there are Acrobat readers, correct? It will ask you, do you want to open it as an HTML or do you want to open it as a PDF? Or do you want to open it as slides? Automatically you will find that Acrobat reader is available in that website only. It opens it up. You can just read it. That is an AI agent. Making sense? Okay, clear? It's an AI agent. But today you will find that Adobe Acrobat reader only, it is giving you many other things. You can merge. You can basically check for the signature, whether it is valid or not. You want to see the version number, you want to see where this is coming, right? So it's giving you so many tools and saying that you please subscribe, you pay $5 every month, right? That is an agentic AI. So it has got many tools, right? So you can change the color, you can change the font, you can make it look glorious, right? All of that. That is called as an agentic AI. So the first step, yeah, someone's talking. Yeah, go ahead. Excuse me, there is some noise. Can you go on mute if it's not relevant to the session? Okay, so let's understand. We have an AI assistant, we have an AI agent, and we have an agentic AI. Okay, clear. So in terms of autonomy, AI assistants has got very low autonomy. It will only act when you prompt it. For an AI agent, it is medium. So once there are some conditions that are met, it gets triggered. So we basically use the word trigger here because it's like when the conditions are correct, it will rain. Similarly, when the conditions are right, only then this agent will come into action. Okay. Then you have an agentic AI where it is very high. It is going to work whether you are there or not, irrespective of whether someone is there, some input is there, right? You switch it on, it means it will work. Okay. Then who is the trigger? The human is the trigger. So human has to write some queries, or the human is going to ask certain things. In an AI agent, there are triggers. Okay. So these triggers are rules basically. Once these are, they come into picture, you will find that the AI agent is going to work. In agentic, like I was telling you, there are goals. There are going to be end goals which are going to be met. So till the time the goals are achieved by a reasonable way. So when we are saying reasoning, we are saying that this goal achievement should be quantified in a certain way. So this could be marks. This could be how fast something is happening or how optimum something is happening. Okay. So based on that, till the time this goal is being met, it will keep on doing it. Okay. Task type, AI assistant only supports you to do your task. An AI agent is basically going to automate this. Agentic AI is completely goal driven, like I told you. It is basically not interested in how it is happening. It is interested in achieving the end goal. Interaction type, you'll find that in an AI assistant, the user will intervene at every step. In an AI agent, it is system to system. So the human actually does not need to have a role. In agentic AI, it is multimodal. It might send you a notification also. It might also send you voice notes, or it might open up some app, right? Yes, there's a question from Isaivani. How to create an agentic AI? Is it possible through Python? Yes, you can create it through Python. There are many platforms and apps using which you can create it. We will see that tomorrow. Today, we are basically going to see how we can create some AI agents. Okay. Decision type, you can see that in an AI assistant, the decision is up to the human. In an AI agent, as we said, there are certain triggers. So there are conditions which get triggered, hence an event starts. Okay. Then we have an agentic AI. So in an agentic AI, it's very adaptive. So it does not basically take too much of cognizance of what is happening, what is not happening. It is more about whether the goal is reached or not. Okay. So the decision boundary in an AI assistant is very narrow. The human has to take all the decisions. In an AI agent, it is defined by workflow rules. In agentic AI, till the goal is achieved, the workflow will repeat also. Okay. Okay, quick question. So you are using a Duolingo, right, for learning, let's say, a different language. A Duolingo app will be what? An AI assistant, an AI agent, or an agentic AI? No, it's not an agentic AI. It is an AI agent. Very correct. Yes. So the Duolingo app will be an AI assistant. Okay. It is an AI assistant. Why? It's a similar app like ChatGPT, right? You have to go, or maybe you can call it an AI agent. Clear, everyone? Yes, it's not completely agentic. It's not like it forces you to do the course, no matter in what device you are, right? It is dependent on the device. It will trigger. It can give you notification and reminders, but that's about it, right? Okay, clear, everyone? Okay, now let's do these workflows. These are the most critical part for us to do a AI agent. Okay, so some of you actually want to know how we can create AI agents, correct? So how many of you use a smartphone here? I think all of you have a smartphone, correct? Everyone, you have a smartphone. How many of you have an iPhone? How many of you have Android? So you will find that in your device only you can create AI agents. So let's see how. So let me go to the slide. Yeah. So you can see here on the right side. Okay. So if you are using an Android, I think you have the home office assistant, correct? You can use that app. If you are using an iPhone, you can go to shortcuts. Okay. So here you can see on the right hand side, this is a very simple way in which we are creating an AI agent. Can you see here what we have done is we have basically created a location fence or a geo fence. So the moment you enter inside this nearby the school also, you can automatically trigger. So this is a trigger you can see, right? So trigger means what? There are going to be some conditions and hence there will be some consequences. Okay. So what is a trigger? So I have defined the area. The condition is what? I basically go inside the area. So once this condition is met, I can send a message or I can send something. Okay. I can send an email or I can send a Slack message or a WhatsApp. So you can see this is the agent AI. So you can all try this in your phones. Okay. So this is the reason why you see that, you know, okay, a lot of these phones are now talking about AI. Okay, so I am on a Mac. I will show you this app. Shortcuts is there in Mac also. It is also there in iPhone. So I'll just show you how you can do this. Okay, so you can see here, you can define your own automation. Okay, so you can see here, I have got, so this is, you can see, this is my shortcuts. Okay, these are all the shortcuts which are there. You can see some of these shortcuts are automated. You can actually, you can have a shortcut to play, you know, some apps. I can open upcoming events. Suppose I play this. You can see I have created the shortcut. So what happens? So I have different birthdays. Let's say I have this birthday, I do it. So you can see automatically it is going to do something with the calendar. Okay. So, or I can actually create another shortcut also if you want. You can see created my own shortcut. What did I do? It's very simple. Okay. I basically have received some email. Okay. So there is a email. So I get an email with a subject called as Black Friday. Okay. I'm going to get that. So you can see I have put that receive email. I have basically written that. Once that happens, that I basically want to show an alert. Okay. Now I can show an alert saying that log in. So either I can do this or I can open Safari. Okay. I can basically say, and I can put a URL saying that I want to go to this page. So you can see that I can basically do this automation. And then I can record it. You can see that, right? Now this will work. So do you want to continue? It's asking. Can you see that? This is the alert that I basically have put. I can change this also if you want. Okay, clear? So a small action, I can also increase these actions. So you can see that I can basically proofread. You can see this is an Apple Mac, right? So it is showing me whether I can adjust the tone of text. I can make lists. I can make tables, proofread, rewrite, summarize. So with an email also, I can do that. Am I making sense, everyone? Okay. So this is just a very small thing. You can all try it in your free time. Okay, clear, everyone? So how to create on Android? You can either use this app. You can go to Play Store. I think this Macro Droid is there. It's some 310 rupees, I think, subscription one time. You can do that. Or you can, this right side screen is that of that. Okay. Alternatively, I think in Google Office only you can go. You will basically have an automation plus you have to go there, do the plus. So for example, I had created a automation where once I go and sit in my car, okay, and let's say my Android phone is connecting to my car audio using Bluetooth, then automatically my Google Maps should pop up and it should ask me for destination using voice command. So you can do these small tasks. Am I making sense? So it's not very difficult. Okay. Making sense, everyone? So I would want you guys to try some of these agents. So before you go and try these agents, let's do the workflow so that it is going to be much easier for us. Okay. So that is what we are going to do. So what is important is that we know that what are the set of activities which are going to be repetitive. So we need to enlist that. Once we will enlist that, it is going to be very, very easy, like I showed you, to do an AI agent. So this is for a agentic AI, but each of the AI agent you can see is very, very simple in your phone, right? So like that, we will work on this tomorrow. Okay, clear? Everyone? Making sense? How to do, still not understand, Madhavi. Okay. So what I was telling you, Madhavi, is that if you have a smartphone, you can open your Google Home Assistant app. If you have an iPhone, then you can open the app called as Shortcuts. Okay. If you go to Shortcuts or this any of the two apps, you will find there is a plus, right? You can click on the plus command. Then there can be a set of actions that you can do. Okay. So for example, so every time, let's say you go to your office, you basically want to immediately change your phone to personal focus, or you want to activate do not disturb in WhatsApp. Okay, how will you do? So you can write code for that. in that particular app. So code as in you're just going to write some prompts that I want this, I want that. Okay, that's what we were learning how to do. Is this clear to everyone? So it's mobile, these are all very introductory, but it gives you an idea about how AI agents work. In fact, you can try different scenarios. Okay. Am I making sense? Okay, so for Android, you basically have to use your home app. So there is an app called Home, right? So I will share how it looks, okay? 1 second, let me just open that so that I can put it on screen. So yeah, I'm just gonna share my screen. 1 second. So go to this app. Okay, this is the logo of the app. You can see Google Home, right? So in this, you can do automations. Okay, so I'll show you. So in that, if you go now, so there are going to be three things to the lower side. Okay, so on the right side, on the right lower end, you will have something called as automations. Okay, so once you go inside that, you can basically do automation. So here you can see, right? These are all the automations. Okay, so I don't know how to show the app here. Okay, I'm just gonna show you the app. Oh. So if you open this particular app, you will see that there will be three things to the bottom. One will be home, second will be activity, the third will be automations. You have to go to automations. Press on that. Okay. Once you do, you basically you can see that on the top there will be a plus. Okay, so you have to click on the plus. If you click on it, it is going to ask you for device, automation, link app, service. So things which are available. So based on this, you can create your own automation.
The screen is not visible.
Yeah, actually, I'm not able to show anything. You know, I've got a background, so I'm not able to show anything to you. So maybe I will just send this as a document after the end of the class. Will that work?
Where will you send?
But do you have this
On
app? You have this home app in your phone, correct? Can you open that? The screenshot that. So I'll probably just show you some screenshots of how it will look. Okay. Just give me a second. Okay. On the app or the first page. Now open it. Okay, so I'm just gonna share my screen. Okay, so you will see that this is how the home app will look. Can you see my screen? So you have automations here. This is what I was saying. If you click on that home app, okay, you go to this third one, automation, and you go and press here in the plus. So you can basically create certain AI agents for a lot of things. Am I making sense, everyone? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Okay, so after that, I will show you another screen. Okay, so let me share this screen. So you can see my screen now. Once you click on this plus, right? You will see that you can add a device. You can add an automation which is automatically available to you. You can link an app like Google Drive or Chat GPT, or you can add a Google email. Okay, so things like that. And you basically then you do the trigger, you add the device. It will ask, let's say you have added a device. Like let's say you have a HD TV, you have added that. Okay. You can say that if the TV is switched on, then what is the condition that is met? Then what action you want to do? So you just have to fill these three things among the different options which are available. You have an AI agent which is going to do one of the many things that you want to do continuously and repeatedly. So every time, so once you are done with this, right? So your phone is also there, your TV is also there. You will find that every time TV is switched on, this will happen from your phone. Am I making sense? So I'm just give you an example of how AI agents you can use. Okay, very simplistic, but something that makes sense to you. That was the goal of this exercise. So also you will see that an agentic AI is made of a lot of AI agents, right? So one of the AI agent is what we can easily do using a phone. Suppose you are creating many more, it becomes an agentic AI for which we are going to use certain apps. So we will do that as a project starting tomorrow. Okay. Am I making sense? So definitely, I want all of you to try this automate, AI agent tool, which is available in your mobile phones, so that you will be more comfortable. Okay, clear? Okay, now let's do, so like I told you, the most important thing is to identify what are the different tasks. And number two is you basically need to then write it down, what we call as a workflow. For an agentic AI, it's very, very, very important for us to write down the workflow. Okay. So we are going to practice this. So let's say I want to create an agentic AI. What it will do is it is going to automatically answer a research question using a web search and summary. So every time you are going to get an email, a research question from a student, you basically want this particular agentic AI to run. It will automatically research this further using a web search and it will give you a summary. Okay. If this is the role of this particular agentic AI, can you please tell me what will be the different steps which are involved, which will be repetitive? I want each one of you to take time and write it down. Yeah, so the other options, Vinayak, which were available was, I told you, there are two apps. One is called a Tasker app. You can basically install it. The another app is what I showed you, which was that's this macro, Macdroid device. So the Tasker app looks like this. You can see below shortcuts. The Macdroid device automation is, I think you have to pay 310 rupees. Okay. And you can see, you can simply use it. So this is how the logo looks like, and this is the app screen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So guys, can you please tell me what will be the workflow? So what is the first thing that you have to do? So this agentic AI, what is the first thing that it has to do? So how many tasks are there? Let's first do that. It has to automatically answer a research question. So the first task is it should get a question, right? Second is that it needs to do a web search. Third is it needs to summarize whatever it saw in the web search. And fourth is it has to send an email or an update on this research. Correct? No, no. So the idea is not a select topic. The idea is you have someone is asking you a research question. This can be your students, it could be your peers, it is someone. Okay. Let's say they are sending it via email. Then how will you basically create a agentic AI for this? That is the question that we had. Okay, clear? So that's what we are doing. This is the workflow. First is you have to get a question from the user or your student or your peer or whoever. Then you have to basically trigger your web search tool. You have to get the results. You have to store it somewhere. Now these results, you will summarize them, like using 1 line or 2 line, whatever it is. Then you will return this summary to the user via the email or if the question comes through WhatsApp, you can send it through WhatsApp. That totally depends. So you can see that it has got 5 steps, correct? So it definitely needs at least 4 to 5 different AI agents. Am I making sense, everyone? Okay, let's look at the second one. A meeting assistant agent. Suppose we are creating a meeting assistant agent, okay? Then you can see what is the role. Suppose there is a Zoom call meeting or a Google Meet meeting happening. Okay. So what will this assistant do? He has to join the call. Okay. Get the call transcript, extract tasks and the decisions which were made, and it has to send a minutes of meeting via email. Okay. So can you please write down the workflow, each one of you? So if you're done, please let me know. How to combine the AIs. So that we will do, don't worry. Okay, tomorrow we will do that. Today, let's concentrate on defining the different work goals. Okay. Okay, date and time, forum for meeting, agenda, proceedings. No, so what you have to do first is you have to get the audio or it will join the call. Okay. You basically need the transcript. Okay, or you basically need an agent to join the call. That's the step one. Second, it is going to basically transcribe the audio of the call. It has to basically take all the things that were said and put it in a written format. Okay. Third, it basically now has to make sense. This is where the brain is going to come. Your chat GPT is going to come. It will extract discussion points. Who said what? Okay. What were the decisions at the end of this discussion and what is the task? Who's going to do what? Now it is going to take a pre-structured minute of meeting, okay, template, and it is going to update it based on this step 3. Clear? And finally, it is going to either send it via email or a WhatsApp. So this is the workflow. Can you see how important it is to create the workflow? Because if this workflow changes, then your agent work will also change. Suppose it's not email, it needs to be a Slack message. Then you basically are going to use a different agent which works with Slack, right? Am I making sense? Everyone? So how many of you are following? How many of you are finding this very difficult to follow? Please. Anyone who's still not clear with the concepts that we have learned, this is the time because we've got some 20 minutes. Is everyone following what I'm saying? Do you also understand why this is the most critical thing? Because if you get this workflow wrong, we know that an agentic AI basically is a accumulation of different agents, right? So if you are not able to define what needs to happen one after the other, you cannot basically have your AI agents correctly configured and hence it will fail. Anyone having any doubts, queries? Okay, now look at the coaching agent. Suppose I want to create a coaching agent. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. Please write down what will be the workflow. You can also use the mic if that's convenient to you, that's fine. Okay, I think I've got a query from Isai Vani. Others, you can continue by defining the workflow. Yeah. So what is an agentic AI? Okay. So basically, AI assistant is like a chatbot. Okay. So for example, you're using a chat GPT or you're using a co-pilot. So what happens? You basically log in. You have to take the initiative. You will prompt the question. Okay. Then if you put a question, chat GPT perhaps is going to get information from different sources, or it is going to apply reasoning. It gives you an answer. That's about it. Okay. You have to then, as a user, the onus is on you to either forget about what happened or ask further questions. Okay. This is a AI assistant. This is what we call as an AI assistant. Isaivan, is it clear? What is an AI assistant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Similarly, a Siri. So if you have a Siri or you have a Alexa or you have a Google Office Assistant, what happens? It listens to you. It basically helps you, right? If you're asking it something, it will give you some answers, or it will guide you that it will open Google Chrome and it will say search, right? Then it is up to you. That is the AI assistant. Okay? Clear?
Okay,
Now,
ma'am.
what is the
Thank you
AI
so much.
agent? An AI agent is like I showed you. Okay? Suppose you are trying to, let's say you have got some query, and suppose in email, you have seen this, right? Suppose you get a request for meeting, you get a notification automatically. You will find that certain people in your work, it will automatically go and add in your calendar, and then automatically you will get notification 10 minutes before the call, and then it will even open the app for you. That is the AI assistant. What is it doing? It is automated the whole process, which is what I showed that you can do using your mobile also. So there is no need for any human intervention. Now, this is going to work automatically only till the time your calendar is free. Suppose you are on leave on that particular day. What it will do? It is not going to do any of these actions, right? So it is bound by certain rules and standard operating processes. I'm sorry.
Ma'am, where this workflow to be created, ma'am?
Just put it on pen and paper. Okay.
Oh, okay.
The agentic AI is where you basically have a number of agents working. I'm sorry. Okay, that is the agentic AI where you have a lot of agents working congruently towards a goal. So, for example, suppose you have an office assistant. This office assistant is replacing a person. So, what he will do? Basically, it will automatically check every day how many people are present. It will create a report. Then it will see how many people are available in the seats. What is the productivity? How many complaints are coming? How many projects have completed on time? How many projects are not completed on time? Okay. So you can see that it is doing a myriad number of varied functions, but it is happening very well, correct? So it is not dependent on one task only. So agentic AI is like an army of different agents working together towards a goal. So that is the difference between an AI assistant, AI agent, and agentic AI. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm sorry, my throat is bad. Yes. So we can see that Dr. Shubhra has written. The workflow is coaching agent. Yes. Get the user's coaching goal. Okay. Match with appropriate coach or program. Schedule a session, share material, conduct session, record insights, analyze progress. Very nice. Now you have covered everything, but you have written it like a human, correct? You can see that I've also written the same thing, but I've written it like a machine is going to do it. So the first thing is that you need the input from a user. So the user either going to give you an input or you will get a problem from the user. Now you will do your research, which you have also said, right? So you will do the topic. Suppose the user is saying that, I'm having temper issues. Automatically, you're going to do research on temper related in workplace or in education place. And you are also going to look at the tonality. So suppose the person is having temper, right? Is this person at the receiving end? Is this person actually creating the problem, right? The tonality of both the scenarios will be different. So it will prepare accordingly. Then it will also prepare the prompts. Okay. What are the prompts? Basically, the basic job of a coaching agent is to make this particular user to reflect and change their behavior. It is going to be a conduit to make this particular conversation happen. What is the conversation? This particular user is either going to take up the topic, do some reflection, and say that I'm going to do X, Y, Z and change. That is going to be our end goal. So hence, you can see that there's a lot of preparation. Then there is a meeting where it will also listen to the user responses, and it is going to basically, it is prepared, different topics, tones, reflective prompts, whatever is applicable, it is going to provide to the user. Okay. And finally, it will provide a summary guidance saying that this is the problem, this is what you have said, this is what I have listened, this is what you have agreed, hence you have to do X, Y, Z. So you can see this is a workflow. Clear? Making sense, everyone? Okay, this is going to be our last case practice. I want you to define the workflow for this, guys. So you can take 5 minutes and do this. After that, I will actually tell you what we will do tomorrow. We will basically try to create an agentic AI without any code tomorrow. Okay. And I'll give you some software options based on, so you can basically check all of that. And we will use one of these tomorrow and create our agentic AI. Okay. Okay. Please tell me what will be the workflow for this.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Student enrollment, course management, examination and evaluation,
No, but
attendance
you can
and
see the
feedback, like
question.
that.
It is a
Uh,
campus admin assist. Oh, okay. So
campus means,
not for the student. Okay. This is not with respect to the student. As an educator or as a professor, you are having an administrative assistant. Nothing to do with administration work of the student.
okay.
Okay. You can see the role perceives, plans, and executes multiple digital tasks like attendance, greeting, scheduling, reporting in sequence for you, not for the students. So write the workflow based on this input. Okay. So how will you automate your own attendance? How will you automate your own scheduling or your own class attendance you take? How can you automate all of that? That is what you have to tell me, the workflow.
For in case of attendance, if the persons are on time, I will mark them present. If they are 10 minutes late or up to 1 to 10 minutes late will be there. And if they are late more than that, then
No, the
they
first
can sit in the
attendance is,
classroom.
so think about this. Like I showed you an AI agent, right? Where I enter the school or I enter the college, I should be able to give my attendance directly from my mobile. Can you do that here? Is it possible for you to put right the first workflow, the first thing in the workflow? You enter college or your institution, automatically in your mobile, it opens up that portal where you have to put your attendance. Is that possible?
It's possible.
Exactly. So that is going to be the first thing. Okay. Second is, let's say automatically your phone is sending a WhatsApp message to all your fellow professors in the group chat saying that, hello, I'm here, how are you, or something like that every day. Like good morning, you know. Third is automatically once you entered school, it is looking into your calendar. Okay, it is looking at the classes which are scheduled and automatically it's sending you notifications saying that you have this class in this particular block at this time. The class is for 1 hour or 40 minutes. Then your second class is in this block for this set of students in this block, like that. That is what I mean by
Okay, means
scheduling. Yeah.
like that PA is reminding that you have to do this,
Correct.
nine tasks.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Like that.
Okay.
Okay. And the last is that suppose you are getting some email from some research or you have to do some kind of academic work. Okay. You are basically immediately sending an email where you are giving a status update on that work which was assigned to you. So the idea is we want to automate all of it. I want you to just write how you will do it. Like I explained it to you, that's exactly what I'm expecting you to write here. Okay. Get attendance, mark attendance, make report. Yes. But can you put it as a workflow, as a standard operating process? Can you do that?
For a teacher, so many works are there. It will be very time consuming job to write in a workflow because so many tasks are there.
No, but if you are not going to define your workflow, how you will automate it? I'm only asking for these 4 tasks, not for others. Okay. I'm just asking for these 4 tasks. You enter the college, automatically your home portal should open. Okay. Then you are sending greeting automatically to your WhatsApp group. Your classes which are scheduled automatically are appearing to you in notification. And you're going to get an alert 10 minutes before class start. And then if you have to send any email, automatically it is going to go out. Okay. These are the 4 tasks. So you can see that's exactly what we have written as a workflow. First is, this is the trigger. You detect the campus entry. The condition is you have entered. Second is it opens the attendance portal. Okay. Then you send the greeting to WhatsApp channel. Then this AI assistant has to check your Google Calendar and fetch the events for the day. It can send you an email or a notification, whatever works. Clear? Correct? Am I making sense?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
sorry. Yeah. So See, what I have tried to do is, I'm trying to say this is the standard way in which this work will get done. That's all. Whether this should happen in your mobile or should it happen in, some other digital medium, we can say later, okay? You send a schedule notification on mobile 15 minutes prior. Okay, so then you update the Google Calendar on schedule completion. Suppose you did the class. You should ask whether this was done or not. Now you press a tick. Okay, this class is completed. Then you check research notes via Google Docs or Notion. So these are some apps which are available. Okay. You summarize the status update from these research notes and you draft an email to the college authority. The subject will be status update for whatever project. Okay. And then you send the email. So you can automate these 10 different things. These 4 tasks. Can you see that?
Yes.
Is it clear, everyone? Making sense? So why this is important? If you are not able to write this is what is needed, it is very difficult for us to achieve it. Okay. Okay, so we are going to basically use Zapier tomorrow and we will create our agentic AI tool tomorrow. We will try to do one demo project tomorrow. On the last day, I will give you some project ideas. You will do a hands-on on your own using Zapier. Okay. Is it clear? Do we have here anyone who's already using any of these platforms to create agentic AI? Do we have people here?
No, I just know that this can be done, but I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Others? Any of the others?
Ma'am, I used this Agentic AI. I am certified in automation anyway.
Okay. Lavanya, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of projects you have done?
Just capturing the data from web applications
Okay. I
and
think
invoices also. Getting the data from PDF files also.
okay. Okay, so you have used it from a business, like a business tool, agentic AI, which is getting information and then analyzing that, right?
Yeah.
I think Dr. Shulba Gatt has also tried N8N. So that is also a very popular app. It is open source. So it's very, very easy for us to create projects, but it is very code based. All right. So tomorrow we will try our hand in creating a project and we'll create one agentic AI. Okay. Anyone else having any questions, queries, doubts? So was today's session helpful to all of you to understand what it is, what we are trying to do and everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Very helpful.
All right, sure. So meet you guys tomorrow. I think we've got 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, queries, time to ask.
Madam, the code generated in ChatGPT, can they be used directly for N8N?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, directly
There
they can
might
be
be
used.
some errors. Again, you'll have to then, correct it. Because depending on the operating system or the version, there may be slight differences.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Any other questions, queries? Okay. So with this, we will wait for Shushmita.
Yes, ma'am. We can wind up. No
You
issues.
can wind up. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. So
Yeah,
please
thank
come
you,
with your laptops tomorrow so that we can do hands-on coding. Okay.
నడిచినాక రాలేదు మమ్మీ మేము అందరం కలిసి తిరగడానికి పోయినాం
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
informative
Yeah.
session. We'll meet by tomorrow. Thank
Yes,
you.
sure. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, dear faculty members, just a reminder, kindly mark your attendance without any fail. So yeah, we are done for the day. We'll meet again by tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thank you all. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, thank